YOLO, or you only live once, is a phrase that I've been living my life by lately. So when a friend said, come out and join me in Tokyo, I was like, yes, sure. It wasn't that instantaneous. I had to think about it, work out logistics and finances, but I'm so glad I came. I cancelled a trip to Japan like 2 years ago and really regretted it. So here I am in the bamboo gardens in Kyoto right now, and here's what's happened on the rest of my trip. I set off for Japan on a Sunday afternoon and arrived at 5 p.m. in rush hour on the Monday and got straight out to enjoy some of the wildness of Tokyo. We're gonna do a Shibuya crossing! Actually, it wasn't that mad when I was there, but Shibuya crossing is the place to go. Stopped by this really weird casino gaming type place where hundreds of people were just putting balls in machines. It just seemed really robotic. Of course, we did some karaoke.
So we're in like an awkward little karaoke booth. Like, this is the size of it. Karaoke Japanese style. Trying to figure out how to get free drinks and use the machine.
Just experienced my first ever B-day. Ta-da! Pink Japanese B-day. It was a little bit aggressive and intense for me. Not sure I liked it, but I kind of did a little bit. I'm sure I'll be experimenting with lots of douching and showering in Japan. A bunch of people had recommended Harajuku, which is this shopping area, crazy place. So we went to a place that sounded like Take a Shit Street and had a look around. Heading into the cat cafe to stroke some pussy cats. Ooh. This little stumpy cat. After we'd continued exploring Harajuku, we decided to go to Yoyogi Park. It was beautiful. There was an amazing temple there, and we just had a walk around. Had about 7 people recommend the robot restaurant. About to go and see a really wild show. This is the holding area. Oh my. Now, what is a robot restaurant, you might be asking? It's a place where someone's imagination let loose and they went wild, probably on drugs of some kind. I don't know, it was fun and wild. Would I recommend it to everyone? Not really, unless you just have a lot of time and money and don't really mind seeing madness. Getting the first bullet, hopefully at 400 miles an hour, to Atami. Oh. So we just arrived at Utami Station, and it's a place famous for its hot springs. And my friend who I was traveling with, his boss had paid for him to stay at this really nice resort. It's only for Japanese people, it's not for tourists. It's like a members club and they have lots of different ones, kind of like a timeshare, if you will. But they had like a lovely spa. It was in a really beautiful setting. The weather was kind of bad, but that's fine. So we had a lovely time at the spa. Also enjoyed a bit of karaoke that evening. Standard. Rockstar J on the mic. Day 4, we got the bullet train to Kyoto, and oh my gosh, what a beautiful place that is. I only spent a day there, definitely need to spend more time. We ended up sort of walking around the old town in this temple area. Now, there's a load of temples in Kyoto, and I wasn't there for very long, and I just feel like once you've seen a temple, you've seen a temple. And they just seem very contemporary and very modern. I don't know whether it's the color that they're painted, but I didn't feel that they were very historic. So I don't know that you need to see 100 temples that kind of all look the same. Kyoto is just beautiful. And in the evening, we found this rooftop bar with all these lights that overlook the city and stuff, and went for a little wander around and stopped off at another little bar to have a snack and drinks. Day 5, we got up relatively early and got a train to the bamboo forest, which is this beautiful area with all of these bamboo trees. Now, I'd been advised to go early, and unfortunately, by the time we got up and got ready and got there, it wasn't that early, so it was super hot. There was a lot of people, not too many people, but a lot of people, and I don't do very well in heat, so I'm walking around, I'm sweating balls. I just got tired of being there, so I don't think I fully experienced the whole of the bamboo forest. After the bamboo forest, we did a bit more shopping, went back to the hotel, got packed and ready, because we had to catch our train back to Tokyo. Because Friday evening, we had dinner reservations at the Sky Tree. A few people had recommended the Sky Tree. It's a massive, tall structure. You can pay to go up and just have a look out at the city, and once you're up there, you can spend pretty much however long you want up there. It was such a stunning view. Tokyo is so massive. Definitely recommend the Sky Tree. For the last day, we explored a bit of the area we were staying in, Abe Akibara, something like that. It's an area where they have lots of arcades and games and also pawn shops, interestingly, which I went into one. It was a little bit strange, but you know, it's a thing in Japan. Then we went for a walk in a local park, Ueno Ushi Park, something like that, I don't really know. There was a beautiful lake with all these really tall sort of flowers and stuff in there. It's absolutely gorgeous. I was recommended to go in the spring and in the autumn where the weather's cooler, and cherry blossom season is a time in Japan where just all the trees all over the country bloom and it's beautiful. So I think next time I go back, I'll spend more than 5 days. Food-wise, I always like to seek out vegetarian and or vegan food and found some really great stuff. For our first night, we found this vegetarian Indian place called Nataraj. That was pretty decent. Had a really delicious vegan curry at the Royal Park Hotel where we were staying for lunch. That was fantastic. So we managed to find what we think is a vegetarian restaurant. Can't read the menu, so the chef is just surprising us with what I think is vegetarian food. See how it goes. Found this place in Atami. Organic restaurant, and they do farm-to-table food and all sorts of organic food. Amazing. Stumbled across a cool little vegan joint called Choice in Kyoto. Now the food was a bit bland, but if you're desperate for vegetarian or vegan food, it was definitely okay. And at the Skytree restaurant, they have a set meal, but they did a vegetarian one for me, which was also delicious. We got to stay in some really lovely hotels, partly because of my friend's points, business discount and other stuff, but it was nice to be in fancy places for a bit. Cool. And when the hotel was on me, we ended up staying in a closet. That's right, for the nights that I book a room, we slept in a closet. A closet with a good view, at least. Other things I really liked were the clothes and the shopping. The people are so lovely and very polite. Japanese are famous for that. It was nice to have people being polite and friendly. That was my 5-day whirlwind trip to Japan. It was incredible. These videos are all about my kind of YOLO, you only live once, life experiences, and I would love to hear from you about things that you are doing or have done just to experience life. It doesn't have to be traveling, it could be any type of experience or thing or whatever. Also, give me some suggestions. If there's something that you think would make a good YOLO adventure, let me know. I've got a few more coming up, and so I'll keep making videos of those, but I would love to hear from you. Thanks for checking this out. Bye.